Good afternoon. Welcome. It's been a long time since I've done a little bit of videoing of what I'm doing in the kitchen, and I'm going to try to get back to that and keep you guys updated as to what's going on. I've got a really busy year ahead, so one of the things that I am going to need to do is to be more proactive with my meal planning and with my meal preps, and just to try to keep on top of everything. What I've got going on this morning before church is I seared a piece of meat, a big chuck roast, not real big, it's probably about 2 or 3 pounds. And I've got it in the crock pot already with a packet of slow cooker stuff for like a gravy thing. I put some leftover potatoes that I had, and I have some carrots and some onions from the freezer. That is cooking, and I'm going to have it ready before Steve gets home from work tonight, but that's okay because we're at Super Bowl tonight. In the meantime, before I eat my lunch, which by the way is half of a hamburger from Harvey's from yesterday, this is going to be my lunch here in just a minute, and just a few of the fries. But I wanted to show you what I've got going on over here. In this pan is the leftover French fries, and what I've done is I've just taken them, I've cut them into small bite-sized pieces like such. I don't know if you can really see very well. And put just this is the pan, by the way, that I use to sear my meat before I put it in the crock pot. I just wiped it out with a couple of paper towels, sprayed a little bit of cooking oil in there, cut up my French fries that were left over, and I've got them kind of getting a little bit crunchy and ready to roll. So that's what I'm doing with those. The meal yesterday, I was really glad that we did go out to get like just a quick hamburger or whatever before we come home last night, because 2 meals, 1 price. I ate half of my hamburger last night, got the other half today, and then Steve did the same thing. He ate half of his, and then he took the rest of his for work. So that's kind of a good price. I'm not going to say where we went because I probably won't be going back there. While we've got all this here going on, I'm going to make our dessert for tonight. And what I've got is I am doing a cobbler mix. I've already got it together, and it's real simple. I've already got my oven preheated. I may have to quit here in just a second so I can stir these potatoes one more time. And I'll show you how, trying to keep a little bit ahead. Stir the potatoes. Turn the heat down a little bit. I am going to put them back in the container that I used to prep them. Let them drain a little bit. I have a piece of paper towel in here. And I'm going to hang on to this pan because I'm going to show you there's something else I'm going to do with that pan. I'll set it right here for now. And we'll flip these around so that they can drain a little bit. Alright, I've already got my cobbler mix in. I'm going to do a couple of different berries for this one. And it's just a package thing. I mean, I'm not going to profess to be a Betty Crocker by no means. Just the cobbler mix. I'm going to put some cherry pie filling in here because the cobbler portion will cook around it. I'm going to try not to put too much of the juice part in there because I'm going to save some of that for probably a smoothie tomorrow. So I'm just going to do that. And then on top of this, I had some strawberries that I had bought from Kroger, and before they go bad, I'm going to put a couple of these in here just to give it another different berry taste and to make it more berry instead of the cobbler, the bread part. And we really like strawberries. And I'll also use some of these strawberries in smoothies this week for lunch. And then to give it a little bit more color, I have blueberries left over in the freezer from another discount find that I had. So I'm going to put all of those in there, which when this bakes, the blueberries will melt some, so my liquid, it's going to be a little bit more liquidy. So I'll keep an eye on that whenever I get ready to test it to see if there's too much. If there's too much liquid in it, I'll just bake it a little bit more. It won't make it too soggy, I promise. I've done it before. So here's what we've got. This is going to cook for 45 minutes. So that's ready to roll. I've got my meat going and potatoes and carrots and onions for dinner. Okay, let's get back to these. I'm going to swish these around a little bit, take some more of the oil off of them. You can see it's doing a really good job of that. And then we're going to do some scrambled eggs. Now, you want to know why I'm doing all this? Well, because Steve has to work and to use up my French fries and to try to plan for him for a breakfast while he's at work. I'll just make him some scrambled eggs. And then I know you guys have seen that thing on Facebook about the water bottle and doing the egg yolk. It does work that way. So let's just take this egg yolk out because Steve's not allowed them. Ta-da! It does work, people. I don't let Steve have all of the yolks. It's part of his heart healthy diet that it's actually good for him, and it's good for me too. But that's just my way of trying to take care of him and make sure everything goes well. Okay, I'm going to move this paper towel and get it out of there. And here they're crunchy now. So he'll take half of these potatoes and I'll put the other half in a container for me in the morning, and then the same pan that I used to not only sear my meat, and I wiped it out a little bit, and then I used it for the leftover French fries for breakfast in the morning. There's just a dab of oil down there. And being said that scrambled eggs, it's not going to matter what's in them. I'm going to take all my egg yolks and egg whites, put that in there. Turn my heat just a little bit. Get it stirred around. And get them scrambled up. It'll take just a few minutes to get everything scrambled up here. And then we'll get everything divided up and we'll go from there. So, once these eggs get scrambled, I'm going to divide them, put them in a container, put some of these leftover potatoes in a container. That'll be his breakfast. We've got dinner for tonight. We've got a dessert for tonight, and he'll have a few leftovers for tomorrow for work. So, see you later.